All right, boys. Been a while. Finally back from sunny Florida. I did miss you guys, I will say.
I'm sure.
No, I'm happy to admit on camera I missed you guys.
Good.
Did you miss me? I mean,
of course.
It feels weird for me to force that out of you.
Yeah.
I would have hoped you would volunteer that.
I feel like it's not as authentic as if we would have volunteered it.
That's absolutely right. Moving swiftly on there. What have I missed? Dad wins, dad fails. What's going on?
Got a couple dad wins at our house. We actually had. I'm gonna first brag on two of my kids. They have this thing at school called speech meet, and they have to do it. They both did really well, so they got invited to like the regional speech meet, which is some other schools in the area, and they both went there. They basically have to stand up in front of like a class of people and just recite something from memory. And both of them killed it, man. They did awesome.
That's awesome.
One of my daughters got a perfect score actually, which is like super rare.
Yeah.
So that was super cool.
A little politician in the making, maybe?
I think so, man. She actually recited the Declaration of Independence, too. So
there we go.
I was looking up words on my phone. I'm like, I don't know what that word is. So it was cool to see them like get up there and just kind of go for it. You know what I mean? And then actually I had a father-daughter dance at our school, too.
Nice.
So the kids always look forward to that. They kind of dress up and go out to dinner and have fun.
How many of your girls did you take?
I took two in school because it's actually connected to the school.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but it's fun. I mean, we've been going to school for a little while, so you see a lot of dads there. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Nice. Can I share a dad fail?
Let's hear it.
Let's hear the dad fail.
It's not great. So we got back from Florida. I was on a high at the fact that, we had negotiated 2 flights, 4 kids under the age of 5. Everyone did great. I mean, we had a great time away in the sunshine. But fast forward to the evening that we got back, my second oldest daughter had somewhat of a meltdown where she was like, I just want to go back to my red house. And for context, we're obviously in the middle of a home renovation. So we're in like a rental property right now. We had, moved into that rental property, then gone to Florida for a couple of weeks, come back, and this kid is all out of whack. So she's, she feels like somewhat of a nomad. Super privileged, I know.
Yeah.
But so what we had said to her was, on Sunday, we'll go by the old house. The weather's meant to be really nice. You guys can play in the backyard, and we'll walk you through the house. We'll show you what they do into your rooms, the kitchen, blah blah blah. So that was the plan. So anyway, fast forward to Sunday. The place is only like a mile and a half from where we are staying right now. So I took my 2 older girls ahead. We walked over to the house in the stroller, and my wife met us there. She drove the twins over. So we get to the house, and I'm like, I really need to pee. But I hadn't been in the house in a couple of weeks because we've been away. And from what I last remembered, we had left one of the bathrooms because workers needed somewhere to obviously use the bathroom, and they were working on the rest of them. So my wife is like, well, I can't hold both twins. I forgot to bring like the carrier. You got to take one of them with you, which is fine. I'm a pro at this. And like most dads know, if you have to hold a newborn, you have to pee sitting down. Like you can't negotiate like a standing pee. And
if you're a pro, you can.
Well,
I can show you pro level.
Please don't. No need. But I had just on the Thursday had a small procedure done on my eye, and so like I've got like blurry vision in this eye, and I'm holding my one of my twin girls in my left arm, and I walk into the bathroom. I'm like, oh, this looks like a bunch of construction workers have been peeing here because you could not like sit down on that. So I was like, well, I can't do my sit down pee. And full transparency, I was wearing my Lululemon track pants, and they were kind of tight. I may have worn my wife's ones by accident. Not sure. Not 100%.
Got mixed up with the luggage.
I got mixed up in the luggage. Right. So anyway, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. Meanwhile, like the pee's at a point where it's just like, listen, you have to decide because I'm ready to go. So I went, okay, I can do this. I can stand. So I've got a twin in one hand. I like negotiate pulling down like my pants as much as they can go because they're kind of tight with the other hand. And I'm like, okay, and my eyes blurry. So I see 2 toilet entrances, seats, whatever at this point. So I'm like squinting in one eye being like, okay, I think that's the right one. So I start peeing. I'm like, negotiate this really well. Out of nowhere, the elastic on my pants just went and went straight up. And literally, I was like, I'm mid-pee. If I do anything, I'm going to drop this kid. So that's all over
awesome.
my pants was pee.
That's terrible.
Walk out the house, And I say to my wife, it's exactly how it looks. I peed myself. It's exactly. I didn't
At least you owned it, man. At least you owned it.
Yeah, but it got worse because our next door neighbors who live next to us hadn't seen us in like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So they heard all the commotion with like the kids. They're like, "Oh, great to see you guys!" And I had
Now
to
they
like
call you Mr. Asparagus.
No, I had to really quickly sit on like, so the kids have a picnic table. I quickly like found a seat on the picnic table, crossed my legs, and didn't move for an hour.
Oh, that's great,
So
man.
dad fail. I feel
Real life dad.
that's
moment.
a real life dad moment. So anyway, with regards to that chaos, we've actually had a few requests for an episode. So March Madness is beginning
Starting here soon.
pretty soon. And I think we can be very honest and say all three of us know absolutely nothing about college basketball.
Absolutely nothing.
Correct.
I think like as a dad, like you have a limited amount
Right.
of sports and things that you can follow. And this is just actually even before being a dad, it never really made its way onto
It's a lot
my
of Saturday games
It's-
too.
yeah.
Which is,
And they're all weird times. Like you have
Yeah.
like a 10 a.m. game. You're like, what?
Yeah, and you have some
What-
games
yeah.
like on the West Coast that start at like 10 p.m. or
Yeah.
10:30 or whatever. So what I did was, and honestly, in homage, how do we say it? Homage?
In what way?
I don't know. The hell do the French say it?
I don't know. In honor of.
In honor of. Let's
we
go with
go.
that.
Well,
Say the English version. How about that? A lot easier.
The English. Well, normally when you do like fancy sports or brackets or anything like that,
I think it's homage. I think H is silent. I think it's homage.
homage.
I think it's homage.
I like that. Okay. We'll throw that out to the listeners. Anyway, so usually with these fancy sports or brackets or things of that nature, I feel like it's almost always like someone that knows nothing about the sport that ends up doing a
Yeah,
pretty
like
good job.
like the girlfriend who picks the mascot and she ends
Mascot,
up
colours,
whatever.
cute
It's like, this is so easy. She
Yeah.
just picking it. Just keeps winning.
Meanwhile, I'm like, okay, wait, he's due to pay child support this month, so his head won't be in the game.
He's on murder charges, so
You're gonna have to be more specific.
He's either going to play really, really well or really poorly.
You're gonna have to be more specific. But so in front of everyone, for anyone not watching the video of this, in front of the three of us, I have a printed 2026 men's NCAA bracket. We don't have to do these as like individual things. I figured we'd just walk through it and do them as a group. And then we'll kind of throw it out to the listeners once this goes out and kind of get other people's opinions on it. But if in case you guys have never done this before, what do you think the odds are to get the perfect bracket?
I know that they were doing like, I think it was Buffett and a couple other people would do like, if you get a perfect bracket, they give you $1 million. So they give you some huge award. So I'm assuming it is extremely challenging to do it.
What do you think?
Same.
Super scientific.
Yeah. It's like statistically impossible, right? It's like really, really hard.
It's 1 in 9.2 quintillion.
Right. What is that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Like go to Vegas instead.
Well, it's the same as winning the lottery while getting struck by lightning. So whatever the odds of
interesting.
those two are, as like
Happening at the
and
same time.
happening at the same time.
There's going to be some guy listening to this being like, bro, I had it happen.
And I still didn't win. All right, so let's go through these. So I also in the
And
spirit,
that's a perfect bracket, you're saying.
the perfect bracket.
The perfect bracket.
Yeah, the perfect bracket. So in homage. No, that doesn't even fit the context of what I'm trying to say. And it doesn't actually make any sense. Is I went through a bunch of the teams. I actually threw it to ChatGPT and I said, give me some statistics or some kind of like thing that we can do to identify each of these teams. And we'll walk through each of the matchups and we'll just come to a decision on what we think. All right. Duke 1 seed versus Siena 16 seed. What do you
Go
think?
Duke.
You have to go Duke.
Yeah,
no
you gotta take
logic,
the one
right?
seed.
it
Yeah,
just
no,
has
I mean,
to be.
there'll be upset, but like upsets like you got to find somebody like Michigan State versus North Dakota State. That's like an upset in my opinion, like a 14-3
so I did
upset.
again. I threw into ChatGPT and I said, "What is the most common upset?"
Yeah,
The number 12 seed beating the number 5 seed historically happens 35% of the time. So 35%, whatever, 1 in 3. So when we go through this and we look at a 12 versus 5 matchup, we have to think which 12 seed will beat the 5
That's the
seed.
St. John's.
but
Northern
St.
Iowa
John's
right
is
there.
pretty good. I'm fairly
they're
certain.
pretty good.
Like they're number 5, but they're like a good number 5. If I don't
Wait. Before we get to that, Ohio State versus TCU. We have to go Ohio State.
I mean, I guess. Yeah.
I have no. I mean,
take
we're
the
Ohio
Buckeyes.
guys.
Yeah.
Do I have any statistics on Ohio State? Let's see what the printouts. Ohio State Buckeyes mascot: a poisonous nut. That's it. That's what ChatGPT
It's
said.
called a
That's
Buckeye.
it.
Yeah, it's not helpful, is it?
ChatGPT
so
sucks.
unhelpful. So unhelpful. All right, so Duke versus Ohio, and then St. John's, Northern Iowa. St. John's.
I'm taking St. John's.
I'd go with St. John's.
All right.
And Kansas.
And Kansas.
Kansas. Okay, deal.
I can't tell you how many times I've picked Kansas to win in these things.
Dude,
I don't
I'm
know
the
if
exact
I don't know if
same.
they've ever won. But
don't know
they,
if
I
they have
feel like
either.
they
They have
never
won,
win.
but never the year that I
Yeah.
pick them.
The year I picked Virginia was the year that they were the 1 seed, and they got bounced by was it the 16 seed?
Like the
I
first
think it was
round.
the first
Yeah.
time that's ever that ever
But
happened.
it's not the second round. It's the second round that's upset weekend, right?
I think the first as well.
Because I thought it was the second round that's the upset. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know which one it is.
Well, it said a number 16 seed beating a 1 seed was almost impossible until 2018. So for 33 years, no 16 seed had beaten a 1 seed. Then in 2018, it was the UMBC Retrievers. Couldn't even tell you what UMBC stands for. Beat the Virginia Cavaliers. That's the game I was referring to. All right, Louisville, South Florida. I don't know nothing about them.
Louisville.
other than-
I'd go with Louisville.
All right. Michigan State, North Dakota State. Gotta go Michigan State, right?
That's one I was going to say is an upset. But there's got to be an upset somewhere in there. But you can do Michigan State.
Yeah, I don't know. UCLA versus UCF. 7 seed versus 10 seed.
Take UCLA.
You doing UCLA?
That's what I'd say, yeah.
Whatever. No, go
It's
UCLA.
a group decision.
No, just go UCLA.
Don't be mad.
I can't really back it up with anything. They have more letters in their name right now.
I don't even know what UCF stands for, so we have to go UCLA.
You got to go UConn, right?
UConn,
Well,
you have to go UConn. Let me see what the statistics say about UConn.
They'll be like, it's a wolf as a mascot or husky as a mascot.
Oh, I hate you. It's a husky as a mascot. Built for harsh conditions.
Come on.
What is that?
That's hilarious.
so unhelpful. All right, UConn.
Yeah.
We'll go UConn. All right,
Florida.
It has to be Florida.
Yeah, they won last year, right?
I think you're
was-
right.
Did
Florida
they?
Gators.
Yeah.
I think you're
Yeah.
right. So 8 seed Clemson versus 9 seed Iowa.
I like Iowa. I like Hawkeyes. I'd go Hawkeyes for no reason other than Hawkeyes.
Hawkeyes.
They have a
This is
good
cool
wrestling
move.
program.
Yeah. There you go.
All right.
Vandy, gotta go Vandy.
Gotta go
Hopefully my
Vandy.
son gets to play it. Hopefully my son gets to go to Vandy or one of those
Oh,
places.
all right.
He's trying to get into Vanderbilt
Really?
or
Oh,
Boston
that's cool.
College. So
Oh,
we'll see
nice.
which one he.
Now we have truly entered the realm of letting our personal whatever
100%.
dictate
I
each
don't
of
even
these.
think BCU's out here, are they?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll eventually get there. Nebraska versus Troy. Where is Troy?
No, is that a Troy, Michigan? Or
I have no
Troy-
idea.
There's a Troy, Michigan.
Troy, Ohio, yeah, too.
Yeah.
But no,
I
have
think
no
by
idea.
just the simplicity of because we don't know what Troy is, we have to go Nebraska. I've already written it.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Yeah, you got to go North Carolina the next one.
Yep.
You got to go Tar Heels.
Yeah.
The fact that I even know it's Tar Heels is ridiculous.
Illinois 3 seed versus Penn 14 seed.
The Illini. You got to go Illini. Oh, St. Mary's versus Texas A&M. This is where I'd pick an upset. I'd pick Texas. I'd pick.
You want A&M?
Yeah, I'd pick A&M.
You know, I don't hate that. Let's do it.
I know St. Mary's is probably going to win it all.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
No shade to anybody who's a St. Mary's fan.
Right.
Houston versus Idaho 2 versus 15. Gotta go
Houston.
Houston,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
All right. And then Arizona.
Yeah.
Okay, got to go Arizona. And then, Villanova versus Utah State. All I remember is that Villanova game from, was it 2016, where they had the buzzer beater at the end?
Yeah, I think that was them.
Was that, yeah. That
Yeah.
was unbelievable.
That was good.
That was, I think,
they've
Villanova's
fallen
had
from the
some pretty
grace.
good-
that was,
They're always
that was the
good.
first March Madness tournament I ever watched.
Okay.
And I was like, this is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I had a good friend in New York who's an ex-Villanova guy. All right, what do we think? Villanova or Utah State?
That being said, Utah State.
I don't care because I think Arizona's winning the next game
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
You want Utah State?
Yeah. Go Utah.
What, just to be annoying? All right. Wisconsin versus High Point. Didn't your boy get into High Point?
Is that the same High Point?
I have no idea.
Is that North Carolina?
Yeah. If
I
it's a
have
High
no
Point, yeah, he did.
Okay, but we have to go Wisconsin.
Yeah, you got to go
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Because they're badgers, and badgers are animals.
Let me check what ChatGPT said. Give me a second.
Badgers are built for harsh conditions.
They can burrow underground.
Do you work for ChatGPT?
Are you kidding me? That's
No. Wisconsin Badgers. Mascot. Badger. Dad logic reason. Small but fierce.
Oh, yeah.
Badgers are tiny but terrifying.
There we go.
right.
Badgers.
Yeah. And they're also the 5 seed, so that too. All right. Arkansas, Hawaii. 4 seed versus 13 seed.
Arkansas.
Yeah.
Arkansas.
Ar-
So can I
Kansas.
just make a point? How is it pronounced Arkansas when it's spelt like that?
Arkansas.
Yeah.
Arkansas.
I don't know. There's a lot of words that you probably say different.
That's fair.
Buggy, trolley, buggy.
Yeah, but they're spelt like logically. Like this
Color.
It's also spelled logically.
There's a U in there.
Yeah, you guys toss a U in there. There's a bunch of U's.
There's a bunch of U's. That
for
takes
no
a while.
reason.
That doesn't
It
make
just
sense
makes
to
it-
me.
yeah.
All right, let's get to the next one. BYU versus.
Or gray. How can you have gray, Grey, and Gray? It never made sense to me.
It still doesn't make sense to me. Not sure.
Yeah.
What the heck?
We could do a whole episode.
BYU.
on that.
Gotta go
Yeah,
BYU.
BYU.
Okay, BYU.
Did we pick both Utah State and BYU? Are we
Yeah, we
going,
love Mormons.
Are we doing Mormons
Yeah,
sweep
we
here?
Yeah.
We love Mormons.
Gotta go Gonzaga. They're always good.
Yeah. Where is Gonzaga?
Versus Kennesaw State.
No, where is Gonzaga?
Gonzaga?
Where is
I don't
that?
know. Gonzaga
I mean,
is
they
a,
consistently.
they're a bulldog. Where is
They are.
Gonzaga? Why do I know all these freaking mascots? Gonzaga.
I feel like they're a West Coast team. but
Gonzaga.
I could be wrong.
Bulldog.
I would say like Pitt. I want to say they were like a PA team. Maybe I'm
You
wrong.
think Gonzaga? I think they were. I thought they were like a Southern team. Can we look this up while we look at the next one?
Yeah.
This is
Right.
pretty pitiful that we
pretty poor.
don't know anything about college basketball.
Yeah, but
Or
we're
where
gonna win
Gonzaga
this
is.
bracket. I think we have the perfect bracket right now.
Spokane, Washington.
There
So
you
it was
go.
a West Coast.
Really?
Yeah.
West Coast.
Wow.
Good job.
Spokane.
All right, Miami 7 seed, Missouri 10 seed. All right, now we're in. Now
Well,
we're
we already
getting-
gave Florida. Florida's already progressing.
Is that how it works?
I don't know.
Florida's only allowed one team.
Florida gets one team. Yeah. Obviously, we've loaded up on the Mormons and.
Can I say that this is to
No,
the
we're on the
Utah.
Mormon train. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
will say to every dad who gets asked to do this at work, this is the actual thought process when they don't follow basketball. They're just
you know
like,
what I do. ESPN. What is it ESPN or CBS?
ESPN.
I go like suggested bracket and I click it, and then I'll just change the final two and add a score. It's like a 30-second process.
That's
for me.
awesome. There you go. There's a hack right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
I will go Missouri.
What?
You don't have to. You guys can stick
No,
with
I
Miami.
think,
You think Missouri?
Midwest, they're built for basketball.
Missouri.
Okay.
Way better. They handle tornadoes and stuff.
Can handle extreme condions.
Given how you've dealt with your power outage, I don't know if that Midwest mentality.
Dude, we've had a power outage now for like going on 3 days
Yeah.
now. Anybody who's like, I get some people like cold showers in the morning and like doing that sort of stuff. That's not me. Most of my life is pretty uncomfortable as it is with as many kids as I have. Tossing on ice cold showers in the morning, I don't need that. I'm good.
You haven't felt more mentally alert?
No, actually I felt worse. I felt like, I just kind of want to go back to bed now. I've accomplished all the pain I need this morning.
Do you guys have headlamps or anything that you're using to get around the house, or how you?
We just like, dude, it gets like 8 o'clock at night.
It's just like
we have a couple flashlights, and I'm just like, all right, bedtime, everybody.
Yeah, that is a nice part
I
about
did
it.
get a generator to hook up the heater now and Wi-Fi because obviously those are the
you
two
need
things
it.
that everybody
Absolutely.
needs. So
All right. Purdue 2 seed versus Queens 15.
yeah, I think you got to go Purdue, right?
Yeah.
I'm liking Queens on that one, but we'll
I'm
stick with
not.
Purdue.
No, we're
Let's stick
sticking
with Purdue.
All right. Michigan versus a bunch of acronyms we don't know. Gotta go Michigan, right?
Yeah.
Michigan, deal. Ooh, Georgia versus St. Louis.
Well, we already had one Missouri team beating out Miami, so I think we go with Georgia.
Georgia.
I
Yeah.
can get. I can get with that.
We got to go Akron.
Gotta go Akron.
Gotta go.
Oh, I saw 12.
Got to go
on.
Akron.
Yeah.
Didn't your brother go to Akron?
Let's go. Let's
Yeah,
see.
it was
Yeah.
Akron,
Yeah.
yeah. Which Cleveland State didn't make it this year. They made it years in past.
They've
haven't
had a
they?
couple years.
You know,
Yeah.
Miami of Ohio is in that first 4 game to determine whether they get to the
Oh, they're in like a playoff kind of game to get in.
yeah.
Play-in game.
play-in
Oh,
game.
in spot 11.
Yeah,
So Miami,
yeah.
Ohio.
But you'll see them. They will play. The winner of that game plays Tennessee later in the bracket. All right, Alabama versus Hofstra. Gotta go Bama, right?
Bama.
Sure.
Very enthusiastic. What do you think? Tennessee?
Yeah.
Have your Bobcats have made it a couple of times.
They've made it a few times.
Yeah.
They not very often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Go-
one cool thing about this is that like pretty much any college team can make
Has
it
a chance.
into the March Madness, which is really cool.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of like a U.S. version of like what's the European soccer where like you can have really low end teams, but they can compete.
Yeah.
What's that called?
The FA Cup.
Yeah,
Yeah, the FA
It's
Cup.
kind of odd. This is kind of like the FA Cup, but
Yeah.
for the closest
Yeah.
thing we get for college
and it's
sports.
it's done similar. Like it's seeded to like know the poor teams versus the good teams. Yeah, for sure. All right, Kentucky versus Santa Clara.
Gotta go Kentucky.
Have to, he says with not that much conviction. And then Iowa State versus Tennessee State. What do you think? Iowa State?
good wrestling program.
Not to be confused with the Iowa
I have no idea. Sure.
All right, now we're getting into it. Now we're getting into the good stuff. Duke versus Ohio. It's got to be Duke, right?
Yeah. I think it's sweet. I think the second round is the upset round.
To get into the Sweet 16.
I'm pretty sure that's the upset round.
St. John's versus Kansas. That's a 4-5 matchup.
St. John's.
Should we do St. John's?
Let's
All right,
do it.
Hawkeyes.
Let's
Or
do it.
Not Hawkeyes. What's Kansas? Kansas is that bird.
Blue-
Blue something? Kansas Jayhawks.
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 Yeah.
Mythical bird. Mystery advantage.
We're going to go with St. John's.
Yep.
We went St. John's. Let's do it. Louisville versus Michigan State. That's a 3v6.
Well, I know they're not Michigan Wolverines, but
I think isn't Michigan State meant to be good?
They're usually pretty.
I thought
Maybe,
they
but-
didn't they make the Final Four last year?
They-
don't we have to throw some hate up towards Michigan?
I think
we
so.
do.
I think Louisville.
If we're letting Ohio get bounced in the first or in the second round,
But do we hate Michigan State or do we hate Michigan? I'm still new to this place. Do we hate both of them?
Yeah.
no. Michigan, it's definitely the Wolverines.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
100%.
So why
But
don't-
Michigan State catches like
why don't we
stray bullets every once in a while?
Yeah, right.
They catch
This is one of those
They
times.
catch strays.
This is
and this
one
is
of-
one of the times they catch a stray.
So let's have them go through and find a way to bounce Michigan.
You're going to have
Oh,
Ohio
one
State
seed.
go through against Duke?
No.
Okay,
I'm
okay,
having
okay.
Duke
You're
go
saying
through.
Michigan State.
I don't
go
think
through.
Michigan made it. Did Michigan make it? I don't think
Michigan's a
Michigan made
one
it.
seed on the right hand side of the
Okay.
of the draw.
Well, crap.
What do you think? Louisville versus Michigan State.
Louisville.
Louisville.
Really?
Louisville.
That's how you pronounce it, Louisville.
Louisville.
Guys, I
It's
think
not Louisville.
I think it's Michigan State.
Oh, take Michigan State. I really could care less. No, take it.
No, we have to. It's majority rule. If you
Yeah.
guys
What do you
both
got? What do you
You're
want?
canceled. Louisville. You're out. Fine. Sorry.
Fine, we'll do that. I'll be watching these games, sending texts. It has to be UConn versus UCLA. UConn, right? Has to be.
I'd pick UConn.
Yeah,
Has to
take
be. We just
UConn.
already went through the whole Husky logic.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the 1 seed Florida versus the wrestling program of Iowa.
Florida.
Has to be.
Yeah. Florida.
All right, I think we're on a roll now. 5 seed Vandy versus 4 seed Nebraska.
Let's go I'm going Vandy
I'm
on that
going
one.
Vandy. I'd go Vandy as well.
Right. For the logic that your son applied.
My son applied there.
Yeah.
We'll see if he's going.
My brother. and
Anybody
sister,
that's
my brother and
listening
sister
from
all live-
Vanderbilt, it's spelled Hurs.
He will make a donation to your library.
I got family there too, so there we go.
You got
Tennessee.
Family? Oh, Tennessee.
Yeah,
Tennessee.
Nashville.
All right. We got North Carolina versus Illinois. Ooh. North Carolina's a 6 seed. Illinois is a 3 seed.
So
I'm
I've got,
torn here.
I've got some friends that were Illinois alum, so
Okay.
I'll have to go with Illinois.
I lived in Illinois when I was a kid. I also lived in North Carolina as an adult. This is tough.
I mean, Tar Heels are good, man.
Yeah.
Isn't Jordan still like pushing that program? Besides the fact that I hired what's his name for the football program. That's not worked out.
Oh,
very
Bill
well.
Belichick?
Yeah, that hasn't
Yeah,
worked
that's
out
right.
well for them.
I don't think they ever do too well in North Carolina. They haven't for a while.
Let me make this a bit more scientific. Do you guys prefer the color baby blue or orange?
Orange.
Oh, we know.
100%.
Oh, we're an orange.
100%.
Oh, we're orange. It's Illinois.
It's Illinois, baby.
We have a new
Illinois.
1 seed. All right.
Put him in the final. I don't care what's going on. Put him in the final.
Skip to the end.
Skip to the
They're
end.
orange?
Illinois versus Michigan. Be done with it.
All right. A&M versus Houston. A&M is the 10 seed who we said would do the upset against Houston, the 2
I feel like
seed.
Houston's
I'm
been pretty
pretty
solid.
sure I don't know much, but I think Houston's actually been
The
really
last
good
couple
this
years
year.
they've been pretty
Okay,
solid.
so let's go Houston then.
I'll go
All right.
Houston.
All right, we've just nailed the Sweet 16 there. Let's go to the other side. Arizona, 1 seed. Utah State, 9 seed. She bounced the Mormons.
Yeah, it's got to go Arizona.
Arizona,
You gotta
yeah.
have Arizona go.
Okay, Arizona's in. And then we got Wisconsin, the 5 seed, versus Arkansas, the 4 seed.
I'd go sassy.
You
going
think so?
sassy?
Yeah.
He's going south.
You guys
Sassy
can.
in the
You
south.
guys still have your opportunity.
Wait.
Arkansas is
Arkansas
like a
Razorbacks.
boar or a pig.
Oh,
What?
yeah.
Razorback.
Dude,
Razorback.
you know
Razorback.
this. Yeah,
Yeah.
wild boar.
He just got the connection. He's just
I don't know
like,
how he's doing it. I think it's a touch of the tism over here.
when it comes to college basketball,
He's like, I know nothing about college basketball except every single
single
mascot.
I don't know why. Besides the fact that they're the same mascots as the football teams. That could be why.
That's true. That helps.
All
That
right,
does help.
you're saying Arkansas?
No, you guys get
Let's
to
do
pick.
it.
I said
I
Arkansas.
wanted
You
Hawaii,
guys,
but
Well, we're not going by vacation.
I think
location.
Hawaii. What's their mascot? Like a dolphin or something like
I
that.
don't know if ChatGPT
Pineapple.
would have done that. No, Hawaii didn't make the list because they didn't assume they would get much further. All right, big test coming up. BYU or Gonzaga, 6v3. I feel like Gonzaga gets reasonably far every year, but never really does anything to win.
I think they won 4 or 5 years ago.
Did they?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'd put Gonzaga versus Purdue in the Sweet 16.
Done.
You know what I'm saying? That'd be my guess.
All right, let's do that. Michigan, the 1 seed, versus Georgia, the 8. You can't go Georgia.
Georgia.
No, you can't. You can't do that. Don't do that.
Georgia.
You can't ask me why. Straight face, just Georgia.
You vetoed me earlier on the Louisville.
That's where the
Michigan
Masters
State.
is played, guys. Come on. I mean, we got to put Georgia in there.
But we're not getting an invite to the Masters just by saying Michigan's out.
A man can dream.
I'm going to veto you and say Michigan. I'm sorry.
You're going to regret that one.
Yeah, right.
We had Akron winning, right?
We had Akron.
So Akron versus Alabama?
Correct.
Alabama. The Zips aren't going.
No, the Zips are making the Sweet 16.
You're getting
you can put
16?
down Alabama, but I just want it to be on record. The
I
Zips
hope
are going
they
to
do
the
as
Sweet
well.
16.
No, I hope they do as well.
I'm cheering for Akron, too.
So why are we doing Alabama then?
I'm not picking them, but I'm
The
cheering
heart
for
wants
them.
what the heart wants.
This is an actual insight into how dads go about doing this bracket.
That's what I mean.
It's so
This
dumb.
is it.
I knew a guy who once knew a guy who went to the school.
Exactly. Yeah.
Put him in.
All right, Tennessee who
Versus
is
whomever.
Tennessee, the 6 seed, versus Virginia, the 3 seed.
I gotta go for. I'd pick
I think Virginia.
Ever since
too.
you told me they got bounced by a 16 seed, now I lost
No,
confidence.
that was
in them.
2018.
We've got Vanderbilt. We got Vanderbilt,
Vandy
right?
going pretty good,
So
yeah.
we've got one Tennessee team.
All right, hold on. Kentucky, the 7.
Because Tennessee's in Knoxville, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Vanderbilt's in Nashville. Tennessee's in
Yeah.
Knoxville, which, yeah, Nashville's a win.
All right, Kentucky, the 7 seed. Iowa State, the 2 seed. How's the wrestling programs at both?
I don't know. Well, we know that Kentucky's the Jayhawks, right? We found that out last round.
Oh, that's Kansas.
That's
Oh, that's Kansas.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
Kentucky's
just,
always good too.
yeah, because
but
it's UK. I don't think they
What do you,
have.
what do you
like,
think Kentucky is?
What do I think?
Yeah,
It'd
what's
be like
the-
a
what's the
stallion or
mascot?
something like that.
What
I
do you think the
guess. I have no
mascot
idea.
Yeah, I'm going horse too. Some type of
Yeah.
horse.
Wildcat. Kentucky
Well,
Oh,
Wildcat.
that's
Wildcats.
the
Right,
Wildcats.
yeah,
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 they always. I feel like 4 or 5 years
They
ago
were
they
really
were always
good.
good.
There's a good.
But Iowa State is a 2 seed.
They're a 2 seed. I don't know anything about.
But
Iowa
Kentucky's
State.
been like
They've been there.
they've been there a lot.
Oh, let's
Yeah.
just do Kentucky then. It's got to be some upsets in here. Kentucky. Okay, now we're hitting the Elite 8. Duke versus St. John's.
Oh, that sounds good, man.
My
Duke
heart
versus
wants
St. John's,
my
that sounds
heart
good.
wants St. John's, but I think it will be Duke. But what do you think?
It's hard to pick against Duke in March Madness.
I agree.
I would
lived
be-
in
I
that
would be
region,
all right.
didn't you? You lived in that region.
I lived in in Charlotte, so not in Raleigh, Durham, but
Okay. Are we penciling Duke in for the national championship by that logic, or are we going to say?
I think they
true.
make the Final Four. If I'm being
Okay,
honest
let's
with
do
you.
it. Let's write them in for the Final Four.
Okay, fine. Duke. Then we got Louisville versus. Did I say that right?
Louisville.
Louisville.
All right.
Louisville versus who do we pick? UConn.
Yeah.
I'd-
UConn?
So we're going to say UConn versus Duke,
Yeah.
and Duke beats UConn.
I think so. I think so. But open to whatever you think.
All right.
Let's just map it
When's the
through.
last time Duke won?
I don't know.
have no
UConn
idea.
won recently. Their women's team does
The women's
well
team, like,
always.
they
Yeah,
always,
they always
like,
win.
They win. Like I don't think they've lost this year.
I'm looking that up.
Well, let's Florida versus Vandy. 1 seed versus the 5 seed.
Just go Florida,
Yeah. Good with that. And then Illinois versus
Illinois,
Houston.
whoever it is, Illinois.
Wow. Okay.
I'm going to go Illinois.
We love orange.
Got it.
Then you got
Gotta go.
Arizona versus Arkansas. Has to be Arizona. right?
Arizona.
Yeah. All right. Deal. And then you got Gonzaga Purdue. That's a good game. It's a 3v2 seed.
I'm not a fan of Purdue. I try to like Purdue. They're right around. They're what, a couple 100 miles away from us.
I just don't like the fact that they're called the Boilermakers. Is that what they're called?
yeah.
Purdue.
I'd go with Gonzaga.
Gonzaga.
Let's do it. By the sheer.
How are these brackets filled out? Like, how do you have a team in Washington, the state, playing teams in Miami, Missouri, and Indiana? Purdue's in Indiana.
No
like,
idea.
it feels kind of weird. They wouldn't try to push these into like more
The Midwest.
regional.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you play against regional teams. Anyway, whatever.
Okay. Michigan, the 1 seed versus Alabama, the 4 seed.
Alabama upset.
Alabama.
What? Fine. I'll write
Listen,
it down.
you knocked out our zips.
Yeah, seriously.
Fine.
Alabama.
Right. Yeah, I did that personally.
You personally did
Duke
that.
hasn't won since 2015, by the way.
Yeah, UConn.
UConn? Fine.
UConn beats Duke.
Fine. UConn.
Yeah.
Fine. Well, we're jumping around, but it's fine. Virginia versus Kentucky. 3 seed versus 7 seed.
I like Kentucky in that one,
You think
Oh,
so?
do you? Okay.
but that's
I'll,
just
I'll,
that's
I'll
my
roll
pick.
with you on
I'll
Kentucky.
roll Kentucky too. I do like Kentucky Fried Chicken. All right. Let's do this. This is now picking our final 4. So we said UConn over Duke, right?
Yeah.
Are we riding Illinois to beat Florida?
I don't know. I'd go Florida.
I think
so.
Florida's got some
I think
momentum.
Florida.
Florida won last year. What are the chances like someone back-to-back goes again?
It's not high.
Get to the Final Four though.
Yeah.
They'll get to the back. A lot of people get back to the Final Four, but
I just don't know how much turnover they've had. Now we're getting into corporate. Like, what's the attrition?
Yeah, right, attrition.
I have no idea.
So
Yeah.
Florida?
Is college basketball still one and done?
You can.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was a one and done.
You can.
So,
Florida versus Illinois. What do we think?
like I said, I'd pick Florida.
Florida?
Yeah, I'll take Florida.
You take Florida? Okay.
So right now it's UConn versus Florida.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, we have to pick Arizona versus Gonzaga.
Arizona.
Arizona, okay. And then we have to pick Alabama versus Kentucky. So that's a 4 seed versus
A 7.
a 7. Wasn't it last year that all the 1 seeds made it to the Final 4? Did I make that up?
That sounds familiar, actually, because
I
we
think
did
it's one
our
of the
bracket
first
last
times
year.
in history where like all the Final 4 were 1 seeds.
Yeah.
So
I'm
right
rolling
now,
with the Wildcats on this one, guys, but you can veto that if you'd like.
that was said with such confidence that it felt like I didn't have a choice
No.
to do that.
Wildcats, baby. Kentucky.
Well, we have pretty much 1 seeds because UConn's a 1 seed. Is UConn
No,
1
2.
seed?
No,
Oh, it's a
2
2.
seed.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, all right.
So
all right.
Florida's in for number 1 seed. Arizona's in
All right.
for 1 seed.
So,
So we-
Florida versus UConn.
Florida, UConn, Arizona, Kentucky. We have to pick a national championship game.
Arizona, UConn.
I'm
Right?
good with that.
I don't hate it.
Yeah, I'm
UConn
good with
definitely. And then,
I mean, UConn definitely is going to lose. Is that what you're trying to say?
UConn
Stop your
definitely.
sentence.
No, UConn's definitely in. UConn's definitely in.
They're going to get bounced in the first
He's
round.
just so mad
The
about
irony of this is
UConn.
Kentucky's definitely getting bounced in the first round.
100%.
Santa Clara or
Say that
whoever.
about the Wildcats.
Santa Clara, California is absolutely trouncing Kentucky. They're going to lose by 25 points.
Okay, fine. So we have UConn
All right.
versus Arizona in the final. Who wins? I know nothing about.
I feel like, didn't Arizona win this tournament like 2 years ago?
I have no idea. I thought UConn had won recently.
I don't know. My son did get accepted to Arizona.
Oh, congrats.
So we'll just say he's one of his schools is going to make it. We need
We should have
Vanderbilt.
just we should have just circled every school he's applied for.
Yeah.
And just done it based on that.
Yeah.
How does he feel
Arizona
about Mormon schools?
Wildcats haven't won since 1997. So I take
Who?
that back.
Arizona haven't won since
That's the
1997.
Arizona Wildcats?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
What
think
about
Arizona, but they've been in like the 16 sweet 16 and whatever the Elite 8 is. I think a couple times. Let's
All
go
right.
UConn winning it all.
Done. Boom.
And what are we doing for total score? Because you typically
It's always
have big
low,
total
right?
score. I don't know. They've been getting crazy recently. I'd probably
Yeah.
pick somewhere in like the 168
No.
total score. Yeah, 80
No.
each.
No. Oh, total. Sorry,
Yeah,
I thought you were
no,
saying.
no,
my bad.
Total score. Total score.
Oh, I thought you had to pick the score. Like.
Oh, do you? I thought it was total score.
No, I thought
okay.
I thought it was like actual score.
I thought it was total score. Like,
We can do total. It doesn't matter to me.
whatever. I think it's going to be like an 80 to 84 or something like
That's
that.
I can get behind that.
So I'd do like the 164 to 168 range, whatever.
I'll take 160.
Tell you what, all this college basketball, but my two sons have started playing basketball,
Yeah.
just like community rec league.
Yeah.
I love watching my kids play sports.
Yeah?
It is like one of my favorite things.
That's awesome.
So like Saturday and Sundays, we have one game each. And I've got
Your younger boys?
Yeah, 10-year-old playing and a 8-year-old playing.
Nice.
And these games are like pretty competitive.
Huh.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, I went to overtime, and this kid like my 8-year-old lost.
Yeah.
But it was like literally the kid shoots it, the buzzer sounds, and it like rattles in. It was like
Wow.
It was like,
Yeah.
That's
like
fun.
My one son won 43 to 32, and the other one was
Okay.
like, so it's like these are like
Yeah,
pretty
they're
high
good
scoring
games.
games,
Yeah.
whatever. It's always fun when you have a kid who's actually pretty good at the
Yeah,
game.
yeah,
like
yeah,
he's,
yeah.
That helps.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's always fun.
UConn hasn't won since 2014, guys, by the way.
And now 2026, because that's when we picked,
2026,
right?
baby. Perfect
All right,
bracket.
listeners. We have UConn versus Arizona in the final, and we have UConn to win.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I feel like that took way longer. than it should have done.
Well, we did an entire bracket live.
Yeah, right, seriously. Yeah.
So for anybody who's still listening, congrats.
Yeah, right.
And there's a secret code if you've listened this far for a free.
Yeah, right.
Oh dear. What about dad interest this week?
Dad, I've got a dad interest,
Okay.
guys.
Tell me.
This is I think I'm maybe late to the party on this, but Birkenstocks.
Amazing.
Do you guys have Birkenstock
I do.
sandals?
Back in the day, that was like the sandal to get.
So my sister, my older
Which ones do you have? Like the clog ones, or do you have
Yeah.
like the open toe
The
ones?
open toe. This is typical,
Yeah.
like what you
Okay.
think of
Yeah,
Birkenstock
yeah.
sandals. So my sister was we were talking the one day, and I'm like, man, my feet are always hurt me. Every
Yeah.
time I try to wear like sandals, my feet always hurt. For like reef sandals, these sandals that are more of like you know the typical sandals. It's like, oh, you got to get Birkenstocks. They're supposed to sport your feet, whatever. So she's telling me about them. I got them, and the first day or two you wear them, I was just wearing them around the house. They're unbelievably uncomfortable. But after you like bend them and you break them in a little bit, yesterday was like the first day that they were comfortable. I'm like, these are amazing shoes. Like, why did nobody push this? Besides the fact they're $160 a
Yeah,
piece,
that too.
Right,
which
exactly.
is crazy.
That too.
Yeah.
These are like, I should be able to pass them down to my children. That's how I look at these
Oh
sandals.
no, they're falling to your foot.
No, they're
Not their foot.
That's
Yeah,
the problem. But like, the cork compresses and all this.
Yeah.
So anyway, Birkenstocks, as of right now, they're absolutely worth the money. Yeah, I like them. Plus they're leather, and my sister's into this all natural stuff. So she was telling me, she's like, all the plastics you get in your body and the microplastics and all this. This is all like leather and cork and natural materials.
Do you wear socks with your Birkenstock? Because kids are doing that.
I will. I've got a bunch of teenagers.
Yeah.
So I like wear
That's like back in, right?
I was
Like
gonna
that
say-
was always a like fashion faux pas.
You
Like,
wear,
never-
shorts that are like shorter than your boxers, and
check.
absolutely. And then you wear like crew socks with Birkenstocks
with sandals.
Yeah, no tan, and then your stamp tattoos everywhere. Not real tattoos, but the little stamp tattoos.
That I was not aware of.
Oh yeah, they don't like when we grew up. Like you get a sleeve, or you get like your whole leg tattooed, whatever. They do all these stamps now, and I don't know
interesting.
how that works, but they get stamps.
Interesting.
And they're actual tattoos, but they almost look like you got like stamped as a kid. You know how like the
They almost. Someone said almost reminds me of like when your passport gets stamped.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like that, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
Anyway, why don't you take us home, Matt?
Yeah, well, dads, listen, we want you guys to be part of the community here. If you went through your bracket just like we did, then you're in good company. This is a place for dads to learn some dad tricks, some dad hacks, and just talk about being a father. So appreciate the likes and comments. You can find us on social media at Chief Dad Officers. And until next time.
Cheers.
thanks everyone.